In this video, I'm going to be going over how to prepare for Season 7 in NBA 2K23 Myteam, what you guys should be doing over the next 4 days, and just what's the best way to get ready for the new season dropping on Friday. So if you guys don't know, every single season drops on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. As you guys can see, there's 4 days and just over 23 hours left before the new season does drop. So that's going to be Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time is when the new season is going to be available. So the first thing that I would focus on finishing is just going to be the very obvious stuff. Like, for example, if you guys are close to getting to level 40, there's so much XP in the game, and if you want Dark Matter Hakeem, or if you want 25,000 MT, 2 Hall of Fame badges, 100 tokens, which, I mean, 25,000 MT is pretty good, and this Dark Matter Hakeem card is still a very viable power forward in the game and super elite, and I just recently hit level 40, so I'd say if you guys are close, I'd recommend trying to finish it. Like I said, there's just so much XP in the game that I would say it's actually fairly easy to get to level 40, even if you're only at like 100,000 XP right now and you got like 50,000 more to go. You can definitely get that over 4 days. And I'd recommend doing so for 25,000 MT, 2 Hall of Fame badges, and then the Dark Matter level 40 Hakeem. Also, talking about free promo packs, if you guys don't know, just in case that people that don't know, these are how to get free promo packs in the game, and these do expire at the end of every season. So for example, the interdimensional pack, what you got to do to get this, it's completely free. You just got to do these 2 triple threat offline agendas, on semi-pro difficulty, win these 2 games, and then you go down to the third one, and then the challenge is just going to be block 3 shots at the team, and once you do that, the game ends right away. So you don't have to play the full 5-minute quarter game. It's just as soon as you get the 3 blocks, the game will end right away. So you guys want to do that for all of these challenges if you want the free promo packs, and I'd recommend doing so if you guys have some extra time and really not grinding too much on 2K, because you never know. There's I think over 10 free packs available, and if you got 10 chances to maybe hit a good Galaxy Opal or potentially even get a Dark Matter, I've seen so many people pull Dark Matters from these packs and just really good pulls. So I would recommend doing it if you guys have some spare time and are just looking to grind stuff before the new season does come out. I think this is a great thing to do. And then also for getting promo packs, they're going to be available in these week agendas. So for example, if you're grinding XP, still trying to get Hakeem, I would say you want to do these challenges because you can get a free pack while you're grinding XP, and there's going to be, I think, 5 available for the 5 weeks, all for the heroic pack. So the heroic 1 pack was for the Paul George, number 2 is for Penny Hardaway, number 3 was for Joel Embiid, number 4 is for Manu, and then number 5 was for J.R. Smith. So that's 5 free packs if you guys can finish all those week agendas. Once again, so that's 15, I believe it's 15 free packs you can earn just from the agendas and the skills challenges as well. 15 free promo packs is pretty good. That's a lot of MT value if we're talking about, the MT in the store pack. So I think it's actually pretty good to be grinding for if you guys have some spare time and want to have a chance to pull some good Galaxy Opals or potentially that Dark Matter. And then obviously, like I said, very obvious stuff is going to be like finishing Unlimited, right? If you're close to finishing Unlimited or close to a certain tier, like let's say you haven't been playing Unlimited that much, just like me personally on this account, and you want to go for Sean Livingston, just make sure you're finishing that up. And just in general, for all the different game modes, if you're close to any single prize that you want, just make sure you guys are finishing it in the next 4 days. I know a lot of people probably haven't been playing the game too much this season, just because there hasn't really been too much to do, but if you guys are playing the game a lot and are close to something, then I would definitely recommend going ahead and finishing it in the next 4 days. But the main thing that I do want to talk about is going to have to do with the market, because we're getting to that time of the year where I feel like the market's just going to completely go down over the next couple days. And the reason or maybe not next couple days, next couple weeks to maybe a month. And the reason is because we're starting to get invincibles in packs. And when this happens, this is like the big turning point in my team, where we go from, yes, we're sort of in end game with like all these great cards like Yao Ming, all these great cards like Manu Bull, the Dark Matter T-Mac, the Dark Matter Terry Dishinger, the Jokic, the Ben Simmons. These are all great cards in my team. But once we start getting to the Invincibles and they start being released in packs, I feel like this is where the game mode kind of changes and we start really get into the end game portion of the year, where we start getting Invincibles, and every single pack drop we start getting these super glitchy, overpowered cards even more than we have so before. And I think just the market in general will continue to keep going down and down and down over the next couple weeks to a month. So if you guys want to prepare for the new season, the main thing that I would do is just go ahead and sell most of your cards in your collection, even if they're not expensive. For example, KPJ, Super packs are coming tomorrow when you guys are watching this video. Super packs do come out on Monday. I mean, KPJ, if I can get 20,000 MT for the card or around 20k, I'll definitely go list them up on the auction house. And I would just recommend doing this with every single card in your collection, even if they don't have extremely good value, right? And just go through and sell all the players you have, because there's probably a lot more MT sitting in your collection. If you're someone like me who just, pulls cards from packs and I don't even realize that I have them on my collection, or I'll just randomly buy cards sometimes and don't even realize, like, I still got Jared Wallace, he's still sitting in my collection. I got like so many Opal cards in here. Like, I got Brian Scalabrine, a couple Michael Reds, I have a bunch of DeAndre Aidens. So just go through and try to stack up on as much MT as possible for the new season, because if you guys remember from last year and just previous years in general, once we get to like late May, early June, July, a lot of those like demigod cards become super cheap, and then you can go ahead and pick them up. Some of your favorite cards that you never got to try out, from the hero set or just in general, right? We start getting these insanely good cards, and you want to have MT built up for when those cards do release. So I would just try to stack up as much MT as possible, even if you just want to go ahead and sell your badges, because badges really aren't going to be that valuable now that we're getting invincible cards, and they're not really that valuable right now. But if you can get like, 300 MT per badge, I would just recommend going through and selling all of your badges. Even though it's going to take a little bit of time, it does add up. I made a couple of videos on this, like selling your badges, even though they're not that expensive, but just over the amount of badges you sell. For example, this silver drop stepper, you can probably get what, 500 MT for? Yeah, so that's 1500 MT I have here just sitting in my collection. I would say from my badges, and I've already gone through and sold tons and tons of my badges, but like you can see, Silver Agent 3, about maybe 2,000. I would say in my badge collection, I easily have, I would say, over 200,000 MT just sitting in these 102 badges that I can go ahead and sell. And it really doesn't take that long to do. It might seem a little bit tedious, but to be honest, it's really not that bad. And if you can make an extra 100,000 MT, that could be a really good squad down the road once we get these super cheap cards coming out in the game that are still like competing against some of the top cards in the game. That usually happens around like early June, I would say, to like late June to July, is once we start getting those cards that are like demigods but can still compete against the top tier cards in the game. So I would just try to stack up on as much MT as possible, whether that's selling your entire team, whether that's selling a lot of your top tier cards, whether that's just selling your old players in your collection, right? Like these Series 1 cards, right, seem like they have absolutely no value on the auction house. But like this gold Anthony Davis, 3,000 MT, right? We look at LaMelo Ball, he's about 2,000, right? If you have a lot of Series 2 cards, if you have a lot of playoffs, there's just so much stuff in your collection that you can go ahead and sell, and you can make a lot more MT than you actually do realize if you have just a lot of stuff, sitting in here. For example, also, if you have some of these like playbooks and jerseys and just arenas, stuff like that, you can list on the auction house for some MT. But what I do is I just go ahead and quick sell, right? Just gonna make an extra 5 to 10,000 MT, which will just once again go towards building up that MT total. And that's what I'd really focus on going into season 7, especially, is because there's not really too much like agendas to be grinding for right now. They really haven't given us any free content in season 6. So what I'd recommend doing is just trying to build up as much MT possible going into the new season, whether that's selling badges, selling arenas, selling jerseys, whether that's selling your old players from season 1, season 2, whether that's selling your Series 2 gold cards that still have some sort of value, whether that's selling your team, selling cards on your squad, selling good players that you have in your collection. Just try to build up on as much MT as possible. That's going to be the best way, in my opinion, to prepare for the new season, as long as you as well as getting those free packs and just finishing all the game modes you've been grinding. And maybe go for like a last second push to get like an Alonzo Mourning or Gilbert Arenas, all that type of stuff. But let me know in the comment section down below, what are you guys doing to prepare for season 6? And let me know what you guys think of season 6 in total. Just what would you guys give it a rating out of 10? My opinion, it was a very season. That's probably the best way to describe it. Let me know your guys' ranking and rating of what you guys thought season 6 was like. If I had to put mine like a 4 or a 5, it had some okay moments with the playoff stuff, but just really nothing to grind. I'd say like a 4 or 5. But let me know what you guys think about season 6, and let me know what you guys are doing to prepare for season 7. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.